Okay, in this problem we have Mary, and it says that Mary runs 2 miles in the same amount of time it takes Jerry to run 4 miles. So their times are equal. So, in other words, even though like maybe they both ran an hour, one is going slower, one's going faster, right? If Mary ran 4 miles slower, so Mary is slower than Jerry, how fast would each person run? Okay, so we know this commonly used formula to find distance, right? Think about it. If you see a speed sign and when you're driving it says 50 miles per hour, that means the distance you travel, if you go a speed, so if I put 50 here, and you drive for 2 hours at 50 miles per hour, then your distance you should travel, if you can go 50 miles in 1 hour, and we multiply it by 2, then we should be able to go 100 miles per hour. Okay, so we know this equation, we know how it works. Alright, so now we're gonna, and we know to use this for this problem because they're giving us distance, they're giving us a rate, and they're talking about time. So that's how we know to use D equals RT. Well, the key here is it tells us that their time is the same. So if I take this equation, I could move things around algebraically. I could divide by R, and instead of D equals and having it solve for D, now I have T equals, because it says their times are the same. Okay, so we have Mary and we have Jerry. And let's plug in the numbers we know. It says Mary runs 2 miles, so her distance is 2. In the same amount of time that it takes Jerry to run 4 miles. So we know Jerry's 4 miles, her distance. Okay, then it says that Mary, so Mary, ran 4 miles slower. So if R is the speed, she went 4 slower than Jerry. She just goes that speed, whereas Mary goes 4 less. Now, instead, you could also do this problem this way. You could have that be R, and then you could have plus 4 here because Jerry is going 4 faster. So either way you solve this problem, it will work out. I'm going to go with, this route here, that Mary's 4 slower. So I'm going to set it up this way. Okay, so I'm going to write my let statement. So I'm going to let R, the R represents, right here, this is Jerry's speed. R represents Jerry's speed. And the R minus 4 is equal to Mary's speed. So that way when I'm done, I know exactly what my answer represents. Alright, so since this and this are the same, I could set these equal. Okay, so I'm going to solve the equation. Now, there's a couple ways to do it. Again, you can use cross products. So you could do 4 times R minus 4 and 2R if you've seen that before. Now, utilizing Chapter 7 of this class, we could also solve it by multiplying both sides by the common denominator. So we need to figure out what the least common denominator is. If I were to put an R on both sides, this is going to end up canceling with this, right? But this cannot cancel. That's wrong. We can't do that because it's a binomial. I need an R minus 4 to cross out an R minus 4, that R there. So the common denominator, therefore, is R and R minus 4. So I need to put that on both sides. So I am going to distribute, multiply both sides, and what happens when I multiply these two together, the R minus 4 cancels out with the R minus 4, and I'm just left with 2 times R. So 2 times R is just 2R on the left side. And then on the right side, the R cancels out with that R, and all I'm left with is a 4 and an R minus 4 times an R minus 4. so I need to solve this equation. I'm going to go ahead and distribute right here. And then we'll subtract 4r. And then divide by -2. And we get r equals 8. So, I mean, they're running, so it makes sense that the number we get is small, right? And now we have to explain our answer. So if we go back to what we wrote here and we just got r, then 8 is Jerry's speed, 8 miles per hour. And then 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 is Mary's speed. So Jerry runs at a speed of 8 miles per hour and Mary's speed is 4 miles per hour. So if we go back to our original statement, it says that Mary ran 4 miles slower, and the answer that we got is the difference between 8 and 4 is 4. So this one goes 4 faster than this person. So it makes sense.